Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off, of course, locally here in Trinidad and Tobago. Developed in Kenya, the Wambugu apple could be the next major cash crop for Trinidad and Tobago. Doesn't that sound extremely interesting? An apple that can be grown in the tropics here in Trinidad and Tobago, offering a promising avenue to reduce the nation's import bill and boost agricultural exports. We love apples here in Trinidad and Tobago, and if we can actually grow it here for ourselves, that is really wonderful news. I mean, it's a particular type, but still. At the forefront of this initiative is 65-year-old Bonnie Abdul, who has invested heavily in cultivating the fruit at his Ravine Sable estate in Londonville, where he operates Apple Tree Research Center Caribbean. Abdul plans to establish a 10-acre orchard dedicated to the tropical apple. A project he believes could revolutionize local agriculture and empower small farmers. And definitely, if we produce enough, if we cultivate sufficient of it down here, we can definitely export it, especially throughout the Caribbean. Ladies, meet your new go-to bag, our Mega Duffel handbag, perfect for your travel, shopping, the gym, and everything in between. Crafted from premium Oxford material, it's not just stylish, it's built to last. The ideal size, flawless design, and unbeatable quality make it the bag you'll reach for every time. Versatile and ready for anything. WhatsApp 762-6589 to order yours today. The Caribbean is reeling after Hurricane Melissa tore through the region, leaving widespread devastation. Sadly, from Jamaica to Cuba and Haiti, thousands are homeless and in desperate need of assistance, and I'm hoping and praying that they do receive that assistance. But the United Nations and its partners are mobilizing fast, quickly, thankfully. The United Nations Humanitarian Office says emergency supplies are now being rushed in to support government relief efforts in the hardest hit countries, Jamaica, which is one of them. In Jamaica, where the southern region has been described as apocalyptic, the World Food Program has already delivered 5,000 food kits, enough to feed 15,000 people for a week. That is really good news. WFP Country Director Brian Bogart told UN News preparedness efforts helped them respond quickly, but Jamaica's resilience must now be supported. Medical teams are being deployed and aid groups are working around the clock to restore clean water sanitation while providing trauma care and disease surveillance. The Pan American Health Organization is sending over 5 tons of supplies, including trauma kits, mosquito nets, and tents, while UNICEF warns that more than 250,000 Jamaican children urgently need help. With more aid ready to be airlifted, UN agencies say they are determined to ensure no one is left behind on the long road to recovery. We continue to pray for our brothers and sisters there in Jamaica, right here in Trinidad and Tobago. We are also doing our part to send humanitarian aid to our to that island higher up in the Caribbean.
Torrential rain, storm surges and deadly landslides have left entire communities cut off, homes flattened, roads washed away, and power and internet still down across large areas. The United Nations Humanitarian Office says emergency supplies are now being rushed in to support government relief efforts in the hardest hit countries. In Jamaica, where the southern region has been described as apocalyptic, the World Food Program has already delivered 5,000 food kits, enough to feed 15,000 people for a week. WFP Country Director Brian Bogart told UN News preparedness efforts helped them respond quickly, but Jamaica's resilience must now be supported. Medical teams are being deployed and aid groups are working around the clock to restore clean water and sanitation while providing trauma care and disease surveillance. The Pan American Health Organization is sending over 5 tons of supplies, including trauma kits, mosquito nets and tents, while UNICEF warns that more than 250,000 Jamaican children urgently need help. With more aid ready to be airlifted, UN agencies say they're determined to ensure no one is left behind on the long road to recovery.
No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. The Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, CARIRI, is investing in the building of business capacity for creative entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago. The 6-month initiative was launched this weekend. The new mentorship program is being conducted in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank and the Ministry of Culture and Community Development. It focuses on businesses in the music, fashion, film, TV, and carnival sectors.
The Caribbean Industrial Research Institute's new mentorship program is being done in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank and the Ministry of Culture and Community Development. It focuses on businesses in the music, fashion, film, TV, and carnival fields. Lead mentor and founder of Diangen, a creative industry consulting firm, Farley Joseph, told TDT the series is crafted to be dynamic and wide-ranging.
These workshops cover various business topics such as intellectual property, strategic planning and marketing, as well as the financial aspects of the creative industries. And these 5 workshops target 50 creative firms which would have been selected by CARIRI. And then in the second phase of this program, it focuses on 30 of those firms for a deeper initiative, a deeper consulting initiative.
Businesses will benefit from mentorship and consulting support services during the period. Director of Culture at the Ministry of Culture and Community Development, Damian Richardson, told participants it is never too late to get a refresher, especially when it relates to subjects such as intellectual property.
You can know all the IP in the world. If you don't know how to utilize it to grow your business, and there are fascinating ways to do that, you know, IP is about business strategy. You haven't taken full advantage of whatever you would have learned. So make sure and don't miss any opportunity.
Competitiveness, Technology and Innovation Senior Specialist at the Inter-American Development Bank, Alison Cattles, noted that the organization fully supports SME transformation, especially when it comes to technology.
As creatives and as creatives who use and can use digital technology to reach broader audiences in the international community, there's a big opportunity there. And what we know from analyses that were done, for example, during COVID, is that the creative firms that had digitalized or were innovative, they were more likely to survive in a moment of crisis.
The series of training workshops continue into February of 2026, and all participants' progress will be tracked for follow-up and success.
Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full-color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls. 9D panoramic sound. Long battery life and fast charging. Control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design. Available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift-ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Moving on now to regional news. Starting off with Grenada, more than a year after Hurricane Beryl tore away islands of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, the islands are making remarkable progress in recovery and resilience. According to officials, numbers shared by the Minister of Local Affairs, Telvin Andrews, 78% of the roofs damaged during the passage of the hurricane have finally been restored. 1 year and 3 months later, while there is still work ahead of us, we can all be grateful for how far we've come. Together, we have turned hardship into progress and challenge into opportunity, the minister noted while announcing the update. He further added that the progress extends beyond homes, emphasizing that 90% of the businesses which were destroyed or damaged are also backed up and have been running much stronger, larger, and successful than ever before. Wonderful news for our neighbors right there in Grenada. Tired of losing your keys, phone, or coins in that annoying gap between your car seat and the console? We've got the perfect solution. Our universal car seat gap fillers are back in stock, ready to save your stuff and make your ride clutter-free. Available in black, brown, beige, and red, they're designed to fit any car seat and blend perfectly with your interior. Simply WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and enjoy delivery straight to your door in just 1 to 3 days. Moving on now to Guyana, Region 2's education system continues to make significant strides in ensuring equitable, modern, and quality learning opportunities for all students. This was underscored in the annual report presented by Regional Education Officer Shondell Hercules during the Department of Education's annual award ceremony, where she highlighted key achievements and ongoing initiatives that are transforming the educational landscape across Pumerun, Supenam region. According to Hercules, the Department of Education has advanced its mission to provide conducive learning environments through the construction of 4 new modernized schools: Cottonfield Secondary, Hackney Nursery, Siriki Nursery, and Bethany Nursery. I'm telling you, Guyana is such an inspiration to the rest of us throughout the Caribbean, even here in Trinidad and Tobago. So much significant development and economic progress in that country. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. With the modernization of management of drugs and medical supplies in Guyana imminent, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has said that advanced warehousing and inventory tracking will play a role in the overhaul of this system. The minister was at the time speaking at a recent event during which he stated that with the country's materials management unit, which deals with the distribution of drugs and medical supplies across the country, pharmacists will play a critical role in the reform process. This role, he said, will be particularly important in maintaining high standards of medication management and distribution at all levels of the system. From the quiet routines of domestic life to the buzzing fields of apiculture, Malika Prasad, co-founder of Liquid Gold Apiary, has transformed her role from a stay-home mother of 5 into one of Guyana's most inspiring women beekeepers. Wow. Together with her husband, Gansham Prasad, and their two adult sons, Malika has built a thriving enterprise dedicated to producing pure, authentic Guyanese honey. Sounds wonderful. An achievement that represents not only her personal growth, but the broader evolution of Guyana's apiculture industry. Moving on now to the interesting facts segment. Meet the woman who built her own plane before she could drive. What? Yes! As a teenager, Sabrina Gonzalez Patersky wasn't just dreaming of flight, she was building it. At just 12 years old, she began assembling a single-engine Zenith Zodiac kit plane in her dad's garage in Chicago. By 16, she had completed the aircraft, earned her pilot's license, wow, and flew it solo. She's very brave and intelligent. A feat recognized by the FAA under the tail number N5886Q. Her brilliance didn't stop there. Sabrina went on to graduate from MIT in just 3 years, people, with a perfect 5.0 GPA. The highest possible on MIT scale. She's definitely a genius. And on the MIT scale, and later earned her PhD in high energy theoretical physics at Harvard in 2019. Today, she is a faculty researcher at the Parameter Institute for Theoretical Physics, exploring the frontiers of space-time, black holes, and quantum gravity. From building planes to decoding the universe, Sabrina Petersky proves that genius has no age limit, and no ceiling. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news headlines. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe, most of all, in Jesus' name.